Hello, everybody. My name is Abel, and this is my homemade calculus calculator. I'm from Jakarta, Indonesia, and I decided to create this program because I thought that uh, differentiation was a tedious and repetitive process in learning calculus in high school. And I thought that something like differentiation would be um, fitting to try and automate because uh, the process of differentiation doesn't really change that much. It has a consistent pattern. So I created this program which is able to differentiate functions as well as if we go down here, um, obtain the Maclaurin series of certain functions as well. So if we were to run this program normally using py project.py, we will be greeted with this message, which will tell us to run py project.py -m intro. And I created this to anticipate some beginners who may not be familiar with command line arguments. So now they can know that they should type this instead to bring out this help screen. And I thought that this help screen would be much more useful in guiding beginners because um, I think it's less cryptic than if we were to type in just dash H. So according to the help screen, we have four different modes that we can run this program in: intro, differentiate, Maclaurin, and evaluate. So as the names suggest, uh, evaluate essentially allows us to evaluate the value of a function at different uh, points. So if we were to do this, and let's say I want to find the value of that function when x equals to 3, then we will get that value. Also works with multiplication and division. Let's say I want this divided by 7x plus 5 minus, let's say minus secant x squared. And I want to find the value of that function when x equals to 5. Then we can get the value at x equals to 5. So the second mode that we can run this in is differentiate. So this allows us to find the derivative of a function at any point, or we can just get the general derivative function also if we wanted to. So for example, if I want to find the derivative function of this, uh, and then I also want to get the gradient of this graph when x is equals to 3, let's say, then we can get the derivative expression as well as the value of the gradient when x equals to 3. Uh, Product rule and quotient rule also work. So for example, this function, I want to find the gradient when x is equals to 1. A few error messages have been built in. So for example, in this case, we have an invalid in. So for example, in this case, we have x squared minus x in this natural logarithm, and then, but if we put x equals to 1, then this will be the natural log of 0, which doesn't make sense because you cannot uh, take the logarithm of a non-positive number. So if we were to try another number, for example, maybe 1.5, then we will get the derivative function as well as the value of the gradient. Lastly, uh, The last mode that we can run the program in is Maclaurin. So we can find the Maclaurin series of certain functions. For example, if we start simple exponential of x and let's say we want 5 terms, then we can get 5 terms. We are also prompted to to enter yes or no to omit 0 terms. By default, it will go to yes. We can also find another simple one, sine x, let's say 6 terms. Then we can get that. Also works with multiplication and division. For example, if we were to do something simple like this, and then I say minus x, and then I want 4 terms from this, then we can get 4 terms from it, but then since we opted to omit 0 terms, we only get 2 terms here. So same as the one above. So I hope that this program will be useful to help in anyone who is lazy. So I hope that this program will be useful to help all the lazy people to make sure that they have enough energy to solve the more complicated problems.